Did you have a preconceived notion about what life would be like here?
Yeah, the preconceived notion is that it's going to be very easy. You're going to get a big fancy job. They're going to pay you a lot of money. You live in a very big fancy house. You're going to drive a fancy car. Everything is just going to be so automatic. You get into the washroom, you put your hands like this, water comes out. You just sit in the kitchen and food comes to you. That was the preconceived notion. And then when you learn and you realize that, oosh, the reality on the ground is completely not what I saw in the movies.
Yeah, they didn't tell me about this part. So then you went to SAIT. Is that where you took your training?
Yes, I went to SAIT. I did Bachelor of Applied Business Administration in Accounting. International student, 2 years.
3 years.
2 years.
2 years.
It's normally a 4-year program. Because I was coming with a degree already from Cameroon, I got a 2-year exemption. So I just did the 3rd year and the 4th year. And it still didn't make life easy because I'm coming with $100 in my pocket, remember, and the international student tuition at the time was like $22,000 or $25,000 a year. That is tuition alone.
Oh, wow.
And then you have living expenses. You're not living on the street. You have to pay rent, and then you have to feed, and then you have to wear winter clothes because it's not the same weather. And then you have to buy the bus pass. I think I was setting myself up for some form of suicide without knowing, because how does $100 cover all of that?
So how did you make $100 stretch? How did you stay alive?
Yeah, that is where the real journey begins. I think that's where the story begins. So then I arrive, and then I see I have this ridiculous tuition to pay. I call my family back home, and then I said, first of all, the reality on ground is not what I saw in the movie. And that's why right now I do a very good job educating people. The life is great, but come in with the right perspective. The reality on ground is not really what I thought. I have $20,000 in tuition staring at me at the face. I need a place to stay. $100 is not going to do anything. So then my mom says, okay, I'm going to run around, talk to a few friends, see who I can borrow some money from. And the most she could come up with was $6,000. So she sends that to me. I pay my tuition for the first semester, but it's just the first semester. Now I need somewhere to stay. She calls around, like, speaking to a couple of friends, a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend, somebody who could just take my daughter in for like a month before she can start looking for somewhere to stay. She eventually found somebody who, they took me into their house for like a 2-month period, and then I had to move out on my own. And so I had to pick up 3 different jobs.
3?
Yeah, I was doing 3 different jobs while going to school. So I'm going to work at a coffee shop, and then after I work, so it's 3 different jobs, 2 different time frames. So there's the job in the summer, and then there's the job during the school during the school period. So I'll go to class. I go to the call center in school. I work in the call center. So my class ends at 4. I work in the call center from 5 to 7. I go back home. I change, probably sleep for like 2 hours, and then I go to Walmart and stock shelves from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Then I go to the washroom at Walmart. I change. I haven't had a chance to shower at this point. I go back to school in the morning. I go to class. I go to the call center. That was it, on repeat, round the clock. Because if I didn't work that hard, I could not make ends meet.